OSHO, The Book of Wisdom, Volume 1, Discourses on Astisha's 7 Points of Mind Training, given at the OSHO Commune International, Pune, India. Discourse number 1.
Bhagwan. First, learn the preliminaries. Think that all phenomena are like dreams. Examine the nature of unborn awareness. Let even the remedy itself go free on its own. Settle in the nature of basic cognition, the essence. Between sessions, consider phenomena as phantoms. Train in joining, sending, and taking together. Do this by riding the breath. 3 objects, 3 poisons, 3 bases of virtue. Train with phrases in every mode of behavior.
Religion is not a science, and yet a science. Religion is not a science in the sense physics, mathematics, chemistry are sciences. But still it is a science because it is the ultimate knowing. The word science means knowing. Then if religion is not a science, what else can be? It is the highest knowing. It is the purest knowing. The ordinary science is knowledge, not knowing. Religion is knowing itself. The ordinary science is object-oriented. It knows something, hence it is a knowledge. Religion is not object-oriented. It has no object. It knows nothing. Knowing knows itself, as if the mirror is reflecting itself. It is utterly pure of all content. Hence religion is not a knowledge but a knowing. Science is a lower kind of knowing. Religion a higher kind. Religion is philosophia ultima, the ultimate knowing. The difference between the two is not of the spirit. The spirit is the same, but the difference is certainly of purity. Science is mixed with much mud. Religion is pure essence, pure fragrance. The mud has disappeared. The lotus has appeared. And at the ultimate stage, even the lotus has disappeared. Only the fragrance abides. These are the 3 stages of knowing: the mud, the lotus, and the fragrance. Religion cannot be grasped because there is no object in it. But still it can be understood. It cannot be explained, but it can be experienced. There is no way of informing you about religion. Because it cannot be reduced to information. But you can be showed the way, the path to it. Fingers pointing to the moon. The fingers are not the moon, obviously. But the fingers can point to the moon. These 7 points of mind training of the great master Atisa are fingers, 7 fingers pointing to the moon. Don't be caught in the fingers. Don't become too much obsessed with the fingers. That is not the point. That will be missing the point. Use the fingers and forget them and look where the fingers are pointing at. And when you will see the moon, who bothers about the fingers? Who remembers them? They become automatically non-essential. They disappear. That's why those who have experienced religion, all the scriptures for them become utterly useless. All methods become non-essential. When the goal is achieved, the path is forgotten. Atisa is one of the rare masters, rare in the sense that he was taught by 3 enlightened masters. It has never happened before and never since. To be a disciple of 3 enlightened masters is simply unbelievable, because one enlightened master is enough. But this story that he was taught by 3 enlightened masters has a very metaphorical significance also. It is true, it is historical too. The 3 masters that Atisa remained with for many years were first Dharmakirti, a great Buddhist mystic. He taught him no mind. He taught him emptiness. He taught him how to be thoughtless. He taught him how to drop all content from the mind and be contentless. The second master was Dharma Rakshita, another Buddhist mystic. He taught him love, compassion. And the third master was Yogin Maitreya, another Buddhist mystic. He taught him the art of taking the suffering of others and absorbing it into your own heart. Love in action. It happened, it could happen, because all these three masters were great friends. They had started their search together. While they were on the way, they had remained together. When they attained, still they were together. Atisa became a disciple of Dharmakirti. Dharmakirti said to him, I will teach you the first principle. And for the second, you go to Dharmarakshita. And for the third, to Yogan Maitreya. This way, you will know all the three phases of ultimate reality, the three faces of God, the Trinity, the Trimurti. And this way, you will learn each face from the person who is the most perfect in it. These are the three ways people reach to the ultimate. If you reach from emptiness, you attain the other two also. But your path remains basically that of emptiness. You know more about emptiness. And whatsoever you teach, emptiness will be emphasized in it. That's how it happened in Buddha's case. He had attained through emptiness. Hence his whole teaching became emptiness oriented. There is no God in Buddha's teaching. Because God is a thought, a content, an object. God is the other. And Buddha had attained by dropping the others. Buddha had attained by emptying his mind totally. Hence there is no place for God. No place for anything at all. His path is the purest via negativa. That was also the case with Dharmakirti. He was the perfect master about emptiness. A master par excellence about emptiness. And when Atisa has learned how to be empty, he said, the master said it will be better for the next step. You go to Dharmarakshita. Because he has attained from a totally different path. Just as you can reach to the Everest from different sides. He has reached from a totally different path, the path of compassion. I can teach you also the path of compassion, but my knowing about the path is only knowing about the path from the top. I have reached through the path of emptiness. Once you reach at the top, you can look on all the paths. They are all available to your vision. But to follow a path in its different dimensions, to follow a path in all its details, small details, is a totally different thing. And to look at from a helicopter or from the top is certainly a different vision. It is a bird's eye view. And Dharmakirti said, if there was nobody available here, I would have taught you the other two. But when A man like Dharma Rakshita is just here, my neighbor, living in another cave just by the side. It is better you go to him. First, one has to become empty, utterly empty. But one has not to become a clinger with emptiness. Otherwise, your life will never know the positive expression of religion. Your life will miss the poetry.